I was a lost art student on my foundation at Chelsea. We were all sent off to the British Museum for the day, and I happened upon the great Elgin marbles, of course, the great collection there. And the one image that transfixed me, I would say, would be the head of Celine. There's something about it that it just seemed to be perfect. So I suppose it was something that I aspired towards, and well, I'm still trying. Still trying.
And this is Sue. And so many people, you know, if they're a bit nervous of horses or they haven't handled horses before, I can send them in to Sue, and she will just look after them and, you know, communicate in a special way with them and give them confidence to be with a horse.
Oh, I was terrified of him when I first went in the stable with him, and they are, you know, they are huge. And if they're not on side, God knows, you know, but they are largely panic-driven. They've got their eyes on the side. They're deers, they're prey, you know, they're lunch. They still think all pigs are wild boars and they're going to eat them, and they get a bit jumpy around pigs. He gets nervous around donkeys, for God's sake. They're both equids. You know, they are sort of scary, but only in their size.
Decided to take a week or two with Sebastian in his stable, and took my bag of clay in there and modelled him life size, and then we'll just looked again just at the structure of the head, and that's what I began. And in a way, this was the starting point of this horse of Marble Arch, which then ensued very quickly after I'd spent this 2 weeks with you know, revisiting the structure of the head. To be honest, there isn't really a title for it. The concept behind it was the idea of when a horse comes to water, and the fact that it's obviously, or let us say, when it's putting its head down to the ground, it's a very the horse is most will normally, if not always, only take from water when it's at total peace. It cannot be feeling any form of vulnerability. So it's actually it's kind of given to this this state of it's a sort of intoxication.
I don't know. They can offer you a total sort of distraction when you're with a horse or on a horse. You kind of need to be in the moment, because that's where they are, totally in the moment. And you know, if there's stuff going on, as there inevitably is, going out with him or just spending time with him or any of the horses completely takes you out of that. Completely takes you out of that, because they need so much from you, especially when you're on their backs. They sort of need to be sure that everything they come across is going to... I mean, I've ridden through the town square with him with lorries going flying past, and he doesn't bat an eyelid, and then you'll come around the corner and there'll be a quaver packet on the floor, and he'll go, oh, what's that? But that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's keeping us all in the moment, because half the time you're thinking, oh, I should have done that better when I did that, or you're thinking, well, I hope I do this when I do that, and you're never quite in the moment, but a horse will bring you right back there.
The thousands of children, and it's literally thousands of children who have passed through the centre over the last 23 years. They all have had a better quality of life from coming to the pony centre. Reddy, she has cerebral palsy. When she came, she was in a wheelchair. I remember when I first saw her, I said to her mother, oh, I have her walking. And, you know, the mother was very hopeful. I said, oh, by her riding, she will be walking. She has very low core strength through her body, so therefore she's very floppy. You know, we don't realise how much energy that little girl puts into just sitting on her pony, on Danny. So I was delighted that she turned up today without her wheelchair. That's the first time that has happened. I'm pretty positive that the riding has contributed to her being able to now begin to walk without the use of a wheelchair.
I don't know. It's hard not to sort of project onto them, but I know he loves me. Do you love me, Chester? Whatever. But I know he does. And sometimes he sort of reminds me to come and pay him some attention if I'm rushing around or busy working or something. He'll just come and sort of, you know, say, hey, don't forget me, which is, you know, wise words. I shouldn't forget him.